My hope for mindfulness in the NHS is that it will continue to develop and it will continue to benefit people.
We've conducted research trials of mindfulness-based interventions for people experiencing current and chronic depression, for people with diagnoses of obsessive compulsive disorder, for people with a history of psychosis. We've also evaluated mindfulness interventions for our staff as well, and we've used findings from those research studies to kind of inform what we offer locally that's maybe over and above what's recommended by NICE.
It's really important to maintain standards, and we've aligned our practice guidance to the national best practice guidance for the governance of mindfulness-based interventions.
We've tried to put as much emphasis as we can on the safety and the quality side of things. So we've developed a whole set of different governance criteria.
Stress and anxiety is one of the leading causes of sickness absence for staff.
We've been able to show that it makes a significant difference to people's levels of stress, reducing those, increasing people's levels of self-compassion.
I feel it's helped me deal with past trauma and actually live a life that's much more meaningful, a life that's joyful and fulfilling.
The evidence base for mindfulness-based cognitive therapy has been growing and growing, and so now we are at that point where it's being taken on by that national programme. So it's brilliant news. In terms of training, we again have been fortunate to benefit from a trust-wide programme investing in training of mindfulness practitioners.
Allowing teachers to really teach from within, so teach mindfulness from their own experience rather than potentially from a kind of textbook.
I think at the heart of it, what's been really central is this idea that mindfulness is caught, not taught.
Before people come on a mindfulness teacher training course, what we invite people to do in the first instance is to both have attended an MBCT course as a participant and to have had their own sustained personal mindfulness practice.
Where to start is kind of with your own practice and participating on a mindfulness course yourself if that's not something you've done.
The advice I would give is is doing some really good evaluation.
I think the relationships are really key.
And using research is a really good way of kind of answering those questions, and then where we find that the interventions we're offering are helpful, to find out ways of implementing those kind of more widely so that more people can benefit. But at the same time, kind of maybe also finding out there may be groups of people for whom these interventions aren't so helpful, and knowing where it's best not to offer these as well.
My hope is that within the NHS, people who've experienced recurrent depression will have easy access to mindfulness as one of their options.
One hope for me is that it won't be just for adults, but that other groups will benefit from it too, including children and young people, and that more mindfulness will be available through the NHS in CAMs and schools and other services.